Welcome back to another day in the Philippines. I'm known for throwing rocks. If I say something to make you mad in any kind of way, I want you to know that I really wasn't trying to do that, bro. But if I do offend you, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna tell the truth, and I'm gonna speak my mind. I have to give you guys the best information to the best of my ability. Now tonight, I'm just riding around, man. I had a long day. I didn't even get a chance to really film during the day. I'm really involved with my children, so I'm taking them back and forth to school and stuff like that, and doing the parent thing. I really don't have time to do much today. So tonight, I'm just gonna take me a little ride, and I decided to take you guys along with me. But while I'm riding, of course, I want to talk to you guys about something. And what I want to talk to you guys about is how some expats won't survive here in the Philippines. They just won't make it here. It's not to throw shade at the guys that decide to leave. If they leave, hey man, I truly respect you, man. But today I was watching YouTube and I ran into a vlogger that was just going off about how he has had enough of the Philippines, and he was just ranting about how awful this place has been for him. And I'm not going to mention his name because I don't believe in name bashing. But if you listen to what I'm getting ready to talk about, I'm pretty sure you'll know who I'm talking about. So this vlogger was complaining about how the chickens just keep clucking. And then he went on to say about how the babies here, they just keep crying and crying and crying, and how sick and tired of it he was. Then he goes on to talk about his love life here. Now, he's been married here in the Philippines for about 6 months. He came here in 2023, but he got married here. And he's been married for 6 months, and now he's filed for divorce. Now, he admitted that he had made plans with himself to to have a baby with a Filipino woman. And he said he didn't marry the woman until he found out that the baby was his for real. I mean, that's kind of savage, but I agree with it to a certain level or whatnot. But now his baby is 6 months old. All right, and he hasn't been able to see the baby because him and his wife are going through a separation process or whatnot, or if they may be divorced. I don't know. In Philippines, you can't really divorce, so I don't know how true that statement is or whatnot. All right. He's also said that he has 10 kids in the States. And to be honest, in my opinion, he should have came over here to just live his best life and not add more to the tribe. That's just how I feel about it. And for me, that's just for me. If you can handle more than 10 kids, hey man, do what you got to do, bro. All right. But then he goes on to talk bad about some of the people here in the Philippines, a specific group. I really couldn't understand what he was saying. But he's completely disrespecting their way of life by mentioning how much of a low life they are, low class society that they are. Make sure I correct myself. He said that it's low class people in this type of society, whatever how he said it was. You know. Now, this expat is an older man, and he has obviously gotten himself into some crazy shit, trying to be everything that he know that he is not. He talks about how people are always smiling and giggling at him when he knows they only want something from him. He also talks about he specifically says how all Filipino women in the big city are scandalous and Americanized. Now I can go on, but to be honest, the rant that he goes on is kind of embarrassing. And it's embarrassing for a number of reasons. Because you're a man, dude. You're a man, dude. And you're an older man. And it made me realize that, a lot of older men they get old. We all gonna get old one day. But as we get old, we should be able to get wiser in the process. And some guys, they just fail that. They fail that mission. They don't get wise in the process of getting older. Okay? The irresponsibleness for his own life is a testament towards his outlook on a balanced foundation. I learned a lot from watching this video. And one of the things that stood out to me was this lack of self-blame. You can't blame the Philippines for being the Philippines because it is what it is. He literally came here to play a young man's game and got left behind. You need to understand, okay? And you need to realize that the pace of today's women requires more than running shoes, guy. The women will always be women, no matter where you are in this world. He's trying to single out, the women here are this way and the women there. Listen, a woman is going to be a woman, no matter where you are in this world. They all have similar traits. Some are bred differently than the other ones. But you can't just single-handedly say one group of women are they're just what they are. Because in every culture, there are good women within that culture. You just haven't found them. All right? You're out here trying to keep up with the pace of women that's only available for men that can keep up with that pace. You're in a race for young women. And let me tell you something about being out here in the Philippines. I was talking to one of my homeboys today, and he was telling me that they got 9 military bases coming out here in the Philippines. Look, when these military bases they go up. When these military bases, the older men, we're gonna have some serious competition, because the girls are now gonna start going to these young soldiers that are out there. The well is gonna start running dry a little bit. I'm not saying you ain't gonna be able to pull something, but the well gonna start running dry a little bit. All right. Now, today I was listening to this dude talking about he had 10 kids, and listening to him talk about those 10 kids, he didn't learn anything in that process, because guess what? Obviously, he ended up alone. All right. I know it's hard to say. I know I'm throwing some rocks or whatever. Okay, but it's clearly the facts. Most Philippine women are great women, but when people come out here expecting to be treated a certain way, you need to carry yourself in the same light. Yeah, the Philippines is heavily influenced by Western culture. But when an expat presents a Western lifestyle to that woman, what do you expect from her? You honestly think these girls lay down with you because you're handsome? Not at all, bro. Not at all. You offer a way of life. A way out. That's what you offer. You offer a way out of the life that they have. All right? And a lot of guys, you guys come over here simping. So if you come over here simping, and I'm sorry I got to put it this way, but if you come here simping, that means that you left simping. All right? And you honestly need to control the amount of simp sauce that you pour on your online girlfriend before booking that flight, because Southeast Asia will eat you alive. I don't care if you're in Thailand, wherever, Singapore, I don't care where you are. If you come out here with a simp mentality, you're going to get ate alive out here. Okay? You need to realize that the pace of young women today require more than running shoes. All right? That's just the honesty behind it. All right? Another thing, you need to realize that it's not your country. If you don't like it here, respect yourself enough to exit. We always run into this topic, but it seems like people just don't listen. So here's some advice that I'm going to give you. All right? And I'm specifically talking to especially this guy that was on this video, man. And if you guys can take some advice about what I'm getting ready to say, please apply it to your life, all right? Check out a few other countries before you decide to make the Philippines your primary home abroad. This country is not for everyone. And if you choose this place without testing the waters, you could end up in a disaster. That's just being real. If I were you, I would check out Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam, Malaysia, and pretty much any other country that's in Southeast Asia before you even decide to make Philippines your primary location. Because if you choose the Philippines, then that means that you made a sound decision, because this country fits you. It fits your way of life. It fits who you are as a person. Okay? Here in the Philippines, you need to understand that babies will cry. Chickens will cluck. Cars, they will wake you up at night. You don't make the rules here. Okay? You need to go where the rules complement your life. That's where you need to go. To be better towards yourself, to be more respectful towards your people that are within the country, to the local nationals, and to be more respectful towards who you are as a person. As men, we need to prioritize the things that fulfill our lives, and we need to learn to live within our true standards. Being in the Philippines will force you to learn a lot about yourself, and living here for an extended amount of time, it'll make you appreciate the small things that you took for granted. You need to be blessed in your own skin and figure out how to grow beyond your mental limits. This place will challenge you. It'll make you choose your own fate. Find balance in who you are so that you can make the choices that benefit your way of life. Now, I know I said a lot today, and I hope what I did say to you guys benefits you guys sincerely. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but I'm throwing rocks because of us as men. We need to be men in our character. We need to talk like men. We need to act like men. All right. That's all that I got for you guys today. If I sound like I was a little vulgar or upset or whatnot, trust me, I wasn't. I just speak with a little bit of passion on this topic or whatnot. But for the most part, man, I'm okay, man. I want you guys to love yourself, man. I truly want you to love yourself because most men, nobody tells us to love ourselves. Nobody tells us that we are important. So I'm telling you that you're important. You're important enough to love yourself. Okay? And most importantly, man, take pride in what you've accomplished in your life and don't throw it away, wasting your time chasing things that have no meaning. Be better towards yourself. Be better towards your retirement. You earned that. Don't let nobody put you on an unbalanced scale, man. All right? Until next time, holla at your boy. Peace out, bro.